Welcome to TerraVerse TV. Today, we're unpacking a truly cinematic documentary, exploring a space where hard science meets incredible discovery and deep history meets total mystery. We are going on an epic journey to uncover one of Earth's greatest hidden treasures, the diamond mystery. Now, this explainer is going to take you far beyond your local jewelry store. We're peeling back billions of years of geological history to show you exactly how these extraordinary stones actually came to be. So get comfortable and let's jump right into the fascinating story of how this whole phenomenon begins. Okay, to really set the stage, let's look at one of the most famous gemstones ever discovered. It's currently locked away inside the Smithsonian Museum, protected behind multiple layers of thick glass, the Hope Diamond. Its breathtaking blue glow has fascinated millions of people. But, what truly captivates human imagination isn't just its physical beauty. This is a stone so rare and mysterious that kings literally fought to possess it, empires treasured it, and legends claimed it was the cursed diamond, bringing terrible, unavoidable misfortunes to its owners. For centuries, people honestly believed whoever held it suffered an inevitable doom, supposedly cursed from the very moment it was pulled from the earth. Whether those old stories are actually true or not, human fascination has turned this single stone into one of history's greatest enigmas. But, that leads us to a really fascinating question. Is there any truth behind those cursed stories? Or is the real mystery hidden much, much deeper beneath our feet? The truth is, the greatest mystery of all isn't some human curse. It's the stone itself. How can something so small survive for billions of years without losing a single ounce of its brilliance? To answer that, we have to transition away from the human myths of luxury and empire building. We actually need to leave the surface behind and travel to a place no human has ever seen, a world of crushing pressure and complete darkness, hundreds of kilometers underground. Section 1. What is a diamond? All right, let's bust a massive geological myth right out of the gate. The coal myth. A lot of people think diamonds are just chunks of coal that got squeezed really, really hard over time. And hey, the story sounds pretty convincing, right? You take some coal, apply enough pressure, wait long enough, and boom, a diamond appears. But nature tells a completely different story. Most diamonds have never been anywhere near a piece of coal. The fact is, they were born from pure carbon deep inside the earth, way, way below the oceans and mountains we know today. So what does that pure carbon actually do down there? Well, a diamond is basically just pure carbon atoms locked tightly together in an almost perfect three-dimensional crystal structure. At first glance, a diamond looks incredibly delicate, maybe even fragile, but appearances can be deceiving. Because every single atom bonds tightly to four others, it forms one of the strongest natural structures ever created. This specific atomic arrangement is what makes the diamond the absolute hardest natural material on Earth. They are so ridiculously tough, in fact, that heavy industries use them to slice right through solid concrete, cut thick steel, and drill deep into solid rock. Very few materials can withstand those kinds of forces. But a diamond? It does it with total ease. But to forge something that incredibly hard, you need an environment that totally challenges the limits of imagination. The birth of a diamond requires unimaginable heat. We're talking over 1,000 degrees Celsius deep down in the Earth's mantle. And it's not just the intense heat either. The pressure down there is tens of thousands of times greater than what we experience up here at sea level. It is only under these incredibly violent, extreme environmental conditions that carbon can actually transform into something so extraordinary. Section 2. The journey to the surface. So how do they get up here to us? Let's look at the steps required for this incredible escape. Deep beneath ancient continents, molten rock waits, sometimes for millions of years. Step 1. The magma pressure slowly builds up in the mantle. Step 2. Massive geological forces get to work as tectonic plates slowly shift and break apart, allowing that superheated magma to rise. And then, completely without warning, Step 3. An explosive kimberlite eruption. Unlike your ordinary slow-moving volcano, kimberlite eruptions happen with unimaginable speed. It is one of the most violent events in Earth's history, literally tearing a hole through the crust and rocketing ancient fragments, including our diamonds, all the way to the surface. The crazy thing is, for centuries, humanity had absolutely no idea this explosive process even existed. People used to just search riverbeds and collect sparkling stones from loose sediments, assuming nature just sort of scattered them around at random. But everything changed in the late 19th century in South Africa with the discovery of kimberlite rock. Miners who were searching the ground uncovered a remarkable historical breakthrough. They realized diamonds weren't just in rivers. They were trapped inside this unusual, never-before-seen volcanic rock. They named it kimberlite, after the region where it was found. And it was only then that humanity finally unlocked the true origin of where diamonds were actually coming from. And that origin? It is incredibly ancient. 3 billion years. Some super deep diamonds, formed way down in the lower mantle and transition zone, are up to 3 billion years old. To scientists, these aren't just pretty rocks to put in a ring. They contain microscopic minerals, tiny droplets of ancient fluids, and unique chemical fingerprints straight from Earth's deep interior. Geologists actually study these hidden little inclusions to reconstruct exactly what our planet's mantle looked like billions of years ago. So they aren't just rocks, they are quite literally Earth's time capsules from the very birth of our planet. Which makes this next fact incredibly surprising. The last known kimberlite eruption capable of bringing fresh diamonds to the surface happened around 13 million years ago. So are diamonds still forming? Deep underground right now? Yeah, they likely are. But unless another explosive, extraordinary eruption occurs, they are going to remain hidden forever, waiting silently beneath our feet. The natural diamonds we have on the surface right now are the only ones we're getting access to. Section 3, the diamond industry. Now, back on the surface, as diamonds became easier to mine, their global popularity absolutely exploded. Jewelry became more affordable and demand grew rapidly. But there was an economic problem for the sellers. If millions of diamonds suddenly flooded the market, their value would crash. Enter the rise of De Beers. De Beers orchestrated one of history's absolute greatest marketing successes. By purchasing diamond mines all across the world, they gained enormous influence over the entire global trade. By carefully controlling that global supply, they ensured diamonds continued to appear incredibly rare, artificially preserving their high value. Of course, true experts and geologists know that a diamond's real value depends on its quality, not just the fact that it exists. And that's where the famous 4 C's come in: color, clarity, cut, and carat weight. Together, these are the 4 specific characteristics that experts use to evaluate a diamond's true beauty, its actual rarity, and ultimately, its price tag in the modern market. Section 4, the modern diamond era. Today, science has changed the game entirely. When we look at natural versus lab diamonds, the distinction is totally fascinating. Natural diamonds, as we've learned, are forged in the mantle over billions of years. But today, scientists can grow lab-grown diamonds inside actual laboratories. They use advanced crystal growing technology that perfectly recreates that exact same extreme heat and enormous pressure. The result? A genuine diamond that is chemically, structurally, and visually identical to a natural one. They have the exact same hardness and brilliance. Literally, the only difference between the two is their origin story. And understanding that origin story is critical because the history of natural diamonds carries some very profound consequences. Impartially speaking, looking at the source material for this explainer, we have to acknowledge blood diamonds and the tragic human and environmental scars left behind by mining operations. Massive open pits have destroyed forests and transformed entire landscapes. Rivers have been deeply polluted, and in certain regions, the diamond trade has directly fueled violence and conflict. It's a stark reminder that these precious stones carry not just a fascinating geological history, but a very heavy real-world human history as well. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a provocative question to chew on. The next time you see a diamond sparkling in the light, are you just looking at a beautiful gemstone or a silent witness to a world long, long before humanity? Whether formed naturally over billions of years or grown in a modern high-tech lab, a diamond is a fragment of Earth's deepest past, a rugged survivor of ancient volcanoes and intense, crushing heat. It really makes you appreciate the incredible science and history you might literally be holding in the palm of your hand. Thanks for watching, and thank you for joining me for this explainer of TerraVerse TV's amazing documentary. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and I'll